Welcome back to the Leeds United Career Mode. We saw a world record transfer fee in Friday's episode last week. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. We've not yet played against that world record transfer fee this season because he left the Premier League. Rodrigo, for £221.4 million, leaves Manchester City. So last year's champions are now significantly weakened in their front three. They have lost the game earlier on in this season. Spurs and Chelsea top of the table and the only two 100% record clubs remaining in the division. Bottom of the table, Liverpool, having lost all three of their games so far this season, including one against us. We start with Burnley. Our Champions League group has been drawn. We've RB Leipzig, we've Raków Częstochowa in Poland, a club actually that we were at in the player career on the second channel, and Stade Rennais as well from France. So very much a winnable group, and we will play Leipzig today. We'll sim Burnley, we'll sim Plymouth, and we shall crack on with was it Brentford and West Ham in the Premier League today. So very much expecting to get points, and many of them in the Premier League today. Burnley 17th, having won one and lost two of their opening games so far. You can see their starting lineup there. Jesus Ferreira was a recommended player for striker in the comment section, but I'm not so sure he's the sort of player that I would like to go for in this save. We will quick sim at Turf Moor, and we will get the dub at Turf Moor. Jack Clark and Joel Peru on the score sheet with a 2-0 comfortable victory. Liverpool are off the mark. They win at Anfield by 3-1 against Nottingham Forest. Well done, lads. You did it. GG. Right, Brentford at home on the way next then. Please do drop the video a like and subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more content. I'd very much appreciate it if you did. We're saying thank you to Amadeus, to Gareth, and to Best Boy Patrick on the board behind me today. Brentford are now the side bottom of the Premier League table, having lost 4 of their opening 5 games this season. I believe the dub is from the Carabao Cup as well. So 4 straight defeats, I think, in the Premier League for them so far this year. Still got the Beto and Belotti partnership up top. The starting lineup looks very similar to the one that we played against them with in the last season. Drill this to Peru. We'll try and work it. Are you going, Pedro? You just kind of stood there at the minute, pal. Still just kind of stood there. Through there to Peru, maybe. Takes in his stride well. Looking for the run through of Alex Scott. I get very lucky that it comes back to me. And Valdimarsson makes a good stop to deny us a 1-0 lead. Needed to be made. Chaibi delivers the corner. It's not a bad one at all. Todibo wins that header, though. 25 minutes in. I've not really had much to bring to you so far. I'm trying to build. I'm getting a bit lucky with some rebounds like that. A bit unlucky with some dodgy handballs. And at the moment, not a shot on goal other than, I think, maybe one that I showed you where the keeper made a good stop. Although I can't remember whether the rest of that highlight was actually worth including either, so you might not have seen anything so far from this fixture. I'll find out in the edit. How is that a foul then? Shaparenko with the free kick. Brentford on the half hour looking to get the lead from the set piece. All right, Beto. Calm down, pal. Wide of the target. Todibo. Todibo tackled. Joe Gelhardt defending from the front. Steals it away from 2 Brentford defenders and makes no mistake when offered the opportunity. Held my breath. Tried my best to make sure. Still wasn't completely confident that I was going to find the back of the net, but luckily we did. Switch. Nice. Well done. Space for Martson. And then we'll look for Gelhardt. We'll go back to Martson, who's still on side here. And Peru's there. It's a good save by the goalkeeper. Getting a rightful yellow card for a challenge I made earlier on that absolutely deserved punishing. Alvarez, Chaibi. No, it was meant for Neto. Who's the full-back. Lovely ball. Ian Martson. Come on, drill it hard and low, mate. I want it on the floor. I want it on the floor. Peru's up. Oh. Oh. Keeper. Declan Rice with a great header. And then Jack. Really got anywhere to go, do I? Anyone want to track Ian Martson? No? Alright, fine by me. Through that gap there is Ferris Chaibi. And he really is through the gap. Ferris Chaibi's in behind. And there's the second goal. In the 90th minute, we seal it! 3 points for Leeds. I'm up. Alright. Ty Stillinger. Good block. And that'll be game. Goals haven't been free-flowing this season. But I say that, having us scored 2 goals in almost every game that we've played so far. But I don't feel like I'm that prolific in front of goal. Not creating that many chances. Joel Peru has been quiet, but I have a funny feeling he was quiet at the beginning of last season as well. And just romped his way to nearly the golden boot. Oh, go away, mate! How good are Leipzig at this particular moment in time? We know that they've just recently signed Balogun in this save, as per the transfer window ending episode on Friday. 85 rated, I remember. Balogun is. Danny Olmo's going to be 87 or so probably by now. Elif Elmas is 86 because we looked at him in this save. Lois Apenda's going to be bloody good. Lucas Klosterman at CDM is an intriguing one, but Esri Konsa and Tino Livramento have made their way across the Leipzig from the English divisions, as has Jack Grealish, Michael Elise and Richarlison and Connor Bradley, all of which on the bench for them, including as well Nathan Grasso there, the Patreon player. Evan and Dick is a rock-solid centre-back, and Livakovic is a bloody good goalkeeper. That's a really tasty team, actually, for Leipzig. This is a winnable group, but this is also a particularly difficult game. Greenwood intercepts straight away from Balogun. Somerville to Sam Greenwood again. Oh, wiped out. In trouble, maybe. Evan and Dicker. Julian Alvarez well and truly flattened, and I don't know. Maybe because it's so early on, he's getting away with it. Alvarez had spun him there, and as far as I'm concerned, that's denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity, and it was right down the back of his calf. He's a lucky boy. Now, Alvarez has stunning free kick stats, so I'm hoping this might well fly towards the top corner. 3 bars of power, 91 shot power. Oh! A whisker away. Ref? Well, Sependa's going to get a telling off. Stop it! Naughty boy. Somerville with me. That's, yeah, offside, probably. Oh! Now then, we've seen a couple so far today that should have been punished with a red card. This ref is lenient, mate. Apenda's already done that once. Archie Gray is limping away. 2-footed, off the ground, side of the knee. That is a potential snapping leg challenge. And the ref's gone, yellow card, don't do that again, stay on the pitch. Nah, I'm not having it. They should have had a red card at some point in this game, Leipzig. To who? You can decide. But certainly someone shouldn't be on the field of play anymore. Give me that back. Sam Greenwood turns really nicely. Alvarez made a good run, but I didn't play it to him quickly enough. Gellart's through that gap. Joe Gellart in behind, as he did against Brentford. Exactly the bloody same result. Oh! How's that for a celebration as well? Peru just does that over the top. There's a cheeky twist in there as well from young Joe. His first goal in the Champions League for Leeds United, and we're off the mark. Openda. I can't get there. Openda! Oh no, Meslier! What is that, mate? Other than atrocious. The man that shouldn't be on the pitch goes and equalises for RB Leipzig. And the finish. I mean, he's gone for the Trivela and he... Oh, mate. You do wonder sometimes what exactly goes on with the goalkeepers. You really do. Embarrassing. 3 minutes we're in front of 4. Lovely. Now Danny almost getting in on the act. And the ref didn't even bat an eyelid. Not even advantage or anything there. Somehow he's threaded the ball, threaded his leg through the gap there and poked that away. Fuck off. Did I get away with that? This ref is the worst! I've got referees are set to strict in this save. And I have sent Dani Olmo into space there. Oh, it would have been a lovely combination between Alvarez and Joe Gellert there if I could just have found the return ball. Dani Olmo couldn't have gone any higher in the air. Cresswell in the way well. And White away. Still 1-1 here. This is feisty, isn't it? Really feisty. Somerville looking for Alvarez. Out of his feet. He's beaten Ndicka. He's clean away. Julian Alvarez scores his first goal for Leeds United. Get in. I really want to win this one because Leipzig are peeing me off. Oh, this is getting free-flowing now. Returning on the style. Somerville. Ref. He got the nudge in the back. Esri Konsa already on a yellow card. Oh no, it was Ndicka that got booked. He gave him a little nudge. You don't very often see those given. He stepped in, and then it was the arm in the back that the referee actually punished there. Julian Alvarez with 82 penalties, 91 finishing. Whoo! Makes it 3-1. And in quite some style. Thank you, sir. Miguel. Nice ball into Balogun. And Dani Olmo. Ah, please tell me that was outside the box. It was. Panic over. Oh, it was just though. This has been such a dirty game of football. Jack Grealish on now. He's going to take this free kick by the looks of things. It's Dani Olmo! Meslier onto the post and away by Martson. Someone in chat, Jin, said Chaos Ball activate. Oh my god, for this game. He's got to go. It's Evan Ndicka's second yellow. He is gone. Bye, pal. This has been a ridiculous game of football. Chaos Ball has been activated indeed, Jin. Oh my god. That's almost a straight red on its own. He's wiped him out. 2 fouls for us, 5 for them. Numerous yellows, and now a red as well. I've not known a game like this. And the referee's lenient as well. I've not known a game like this in a very long time. Through that gap. Go on, Joe. Oh. Grealish in the box here. Always difficult to try and get the ball off. And Lois Openda doesn't have a goal. Corner though. I tried to be cheeky there and just run away with it to ensure that they didn't get a follow-up effort or a corner. Mellier's come to punch that. Sam Greenwood's battling and I can't get rid of it. Elmas and Dani Olmo straight at Meslier. Although, judging by the first goal, that sometimes results in it going in. Not on this occasion. Well in, Gellert. Not so well in, Greenwood. Grealish. Well in, Van Eyck. And Greenwood. And they committed some bodies forward, but they've actually got enough bodies back here to deal with it. That said, Milan Van Eyck is very fast. And has got good footwork. And Jack Clark cut it back. Gellert! Top stop. Dominic Livakovic leaping away. We signed him in the Southampton save on the second channel last season, Dominic Livakovic, after he put in a fantastic performance against us for West Ham. It was that good, I've remembered it a year later. How rarely do I remember anything about my saves, but that Dominic Livakovic performance against us for West Ham in the Southampton save really stood out in the memory. I've got 3 in the middle here. There's Sam Greenwood trying to cut it back. Can't force the 4th goal. Vicario in this save stands out as well for Spurs, actually, when it comes to goalkeeping performances. Runners, please. Thank you, Jack. Thank you, Jack. Flashbacks to Pirates of the Caribbean. 8 minutes to go. Well, Klosterman seemed like he's just going to run into the back of the net there. It's still 3-1 against the 10 men. Elmas wins it back. Conor Bradley on the breakaway. Goal difference might be important come the end of the Champions League group stage. I imagine Leipzig will win most of their other games against Cesnoid and Stade Rennais. So beating them here is going to be important. We could very well lose at the Red Bull Arena away from home in the second round of fixtures in the Champions League group stage. So winning and winning by 2 is certainly going to do us a good bit of long-term work there. 3-1 Rachu Czestochowa over Stade Rennais. That's unexpected as well, to be completely honest. So we will be joint at the top of the table. But the AI turned up and chose violence today, didn't they? Certainly in that game. We've got a full week until the game against West Ham. No, we bloody don't. 3 days, West Ham away. Season very much back on track at the moment after a slow start. 2 draws in a row, followed by 3 straight victories. Although Chelsea have 5 straight victories and are still top of the table by 4 points as it stands. But we're into the top 4. Very much you expect Fulham to fall away. And we've got both Manchester sides closing us down hot on our heels. It's West Ham we take on in this next fixture. We've got Yusuf En-Nesyri up top with Oliver Torres in behind him. They're chasing European spot as well in 8th. Wiley on the left is an intriguing player to have in there. Dorgu, Lang, Casey, all players unrecognisable to me. But I'm sure you guys will have heard of a few. Andrich in the midfield in place of Rovella. Areola actually in goal ahead of Bucher as well. Bucher's been very good against me previously, hasn't he too? Harry Holdcroft, patron player on the bench, not quite making it into the starting lineup, but it's very much a winnable game. And I'm going to play full strength side here with a view to rotating fully for the Carabao Cup game against Plymouth. I do like how the camera looks different here. Like, telebroadcast is the same at every ground, whereas this EA Sports game cam has certainly a different feel at the London Stadium, doesn't it? Very much so. Calvin Phillips. Back to Andrich. Calvin Phillips, obviously former Leeds. We've got Declan Rice, former West Ham. Yusuf En-Nesyri, former Sevilla, current goal scorer. 1-0 West Ham inside 5 minutes. And Evite. And Declan. Oh, everyone's at it. Apparently another lenient referee. They really have woken up and chosen violence today, the opposition teams, haven't they? Bloody hell. Somerville. Oh, God. It could quite easily have found a white shirt. Gray. And Gini Ruter. Goal of the season! Potentially right there. Gini Ruter is certainly not lying down when it comes to this battle with Julian Alvarez for the first team spot in that position. He's been better this season than ever before. From 25 plus yards, 24 metres in fact. Absolutely unsavable. Every faith in Archie Gray in those encounters now. The way he's grown in this save has been bloody-sational, Archie Gray. One of, if not maybe the, standout IRL young player for a club that's just breaking in, that has actually taken his spot in the starting lineup in one of my saves and held on to it and flourished with it too. Lovely ball. Shite finish, but he was offside, thankfully for Gini Ruter. I can't recall... What? That's not offside! I mean, maybe his knee. This very, very tippy toe of his kneecap. I mean, I don't know why I'm complaining. He shanked it anyway. If you guys can think of another youngster, real-life youngster, that has had the same impact on a save as Archie Gray has in this one, then I would be all ears, because I can't think of one in the past 13 years that stands out more than him. Calvin Phillips, don't you even think about it, son. Oliver Torres, Jarrod Bowen, he thought about it, he went and did it. Jarrod Bowen makes it 2-1 West Ham. We're having a bit of a difficult time here down in East London, sorry. Declan Rice is on a yellow and has been set to come off the pitch for about 20 minutes now. Finally will now come off the pitch. The yellow card has been given to Andrich for something ages ago. Triple change for me. Pedro Neto's on. Julian Alvarez is on. I think Julian Alvarez came on anyway. Yeah, he did. Oh, it's a handball. And Alex Scott is on as well. If they had James Ward-Prowse still in their starting lineup, I'd be worried here. Zinchenko's right foot. Andrich! I'm all right. Alex Scott to Neto. Zinchenko will be vulnerable to pace, you feel. That's exactly the case here. Nevi, Neto, good sharp turn. Finds Archie Gray, finds Somerville. Somerville! Yes! In the 88th minute, Crescencio Somerville rescues our unbeaten record for the season with what might well be our third 2-2 draw in 6 games. Oh, I needed that. Lovely spin. Zuma just can't get close enough to him. And a top finish. Riley with the throw to Ravella. And Zinchenko. I don't know whose hand it hit. It must have been Zinchenko's. Although no advantage was actually played. Alvarez. Nowhere to go here. Jack Clark was in a... Oh, sorry, Pedro Neto was in a great spot, actually. If I could have found him, I couldn't. And as a result, it is going to be the 2-2 draw. Ultimately, fine. We'll take it with the way the match went. West Ham were really good in that game. Particularly impressive. We had more chances on more of the ball. We just couldn't quite take them when we needed to. Liverpool draw with Palace. City beat Everton. We'll fall off a little bit at the top end of the table, I think, because of that point. 6 games played, 3 games won, 3 games drawn. Fulham are also 3 games won, 3 games drawn and unbeaten. It's ourselves, Fulham and Chelsea who have now won 6 of 6 that remain unbeaten. Liverpool have forced their way all the way up into 10th now from 20th, and Burnley are the side that are rock bottom of the Premier League. Themselves, Brighton and Everton still yet to taste victory so far this season. We certainly hope to taste victory against Plymouth Argyle away from home in the Carabao Cup. Vanderson was disappointed not to play in that last one. He will play in this next one. Argyle with Barley Mumba wide left up top as opposed to potentially at fullback where they could play him. Whittaker on the right hand side. Hardy up top still for them. Ryan Hardy in this 4th season. Mike Cooper still in goal as well. They're not bad, Plymouth. Certainly got a strong midfield. They're lower half championship at best, but they're still decent. We won't write them off. That said, I am going to fully rotate my starting 11. Everyone but Meslier is new in that 11, and you can quite clearly tell from the ratings that we absolutely should still smash them, which we do. Neto with a brace, 2 goals in 8 minutes for him, and Feris Chaibi got us going. Strong result that. Sometimes you can risk a banana skin, but I felt pretty confident enough that we get the result there. We've got Sheffield United coming up next as well. I haven't sent any youth scouts out this season because, quite frankly, anyone that we scout won't have the opportunity to get involved. We do have some youth players that we could maybe recall in January and involve in some squad football, but as tends to be the case with the bigger sides, pre-RTG lower league, anyone that comes through the youth system doesn't really tend to get the opportunity to come into the starting 11. The League 1 and League 2 RTGs certainly are completely different style saves, aren't they? We've a lot of 87s in there now and 86s as well. This side is continually growing very well indeed, although captain Ethan Ampadu at 83 has, I believe, peaked there. Martin and Van Evijk will grow to 85. In the next episode, we have a relatively big... Actually, it is a busy month. Sheffield United, Rakov, Tottenham, Chelsea, Stade Rennais and Fulham. And with Fulham having had the start to the season they have, whether it's still as good as it's been so far by the time we get to the end of October, we'll wait and see. We'll probably play Spurs, Chelsea and Fulham tomorrow. And Sim, Sheffield United, Częstochowa and Stade Rennais. Still though, very, very strong start to the season. Could it be stronger? In fact, we've drawn games against sides we really feel like we shouldn't have, like Everton and Bournemouth. West Ham you can kind of understand, but Everton got very lucky with their equaliser, didn't they? We absolutely should have won that game. So there are points dropped, but there, as we've seen today, have been points earned and gained as well from losing positions late on. So we'll take the rough with the smooth. We'll take 4th place for now and hope that Chelsea don't run away with it the same way City did last year. We'll keep them in touch if we can. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Do subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any more. I'd very much appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow.